Welcome back. Hi, Bharat. Congratulations once again on another achievement at our festival, this time winning Best Short Film for I Lived.
Thank you.
I Lived presents Alzheimer's disease, not only as a tragedy, but also through the protagonist's belief that forgetting can release him from the weight of the past and fear of the future. What inspired this unusual and deeply philosophical perspective?
So it came out of a trip, a vacation trip I took around in March.
Mm-hmm.
So I was quite intrigued by the beauty of nature, and the film is the film has a look of travel film rather than being all dramatic and all that stuff. It looks more like a travel film, the beauty of nature and all that. And that's when I thought it's a privilege to be alive and enjoy all of this. And so that gratitude became this feeling that I want to live it all, and what if I forget all of this? So that's
Yes.
where it all took an idea.
Yes, what I also noticed was that the film focuses, less on conventional storytelling and more on sensations like
Yeah.
sunlight, water, flowers. We have movement, we have touch, we have nature. How did you develop this visual language to represent the experience of living entirely in the present?
Because that's what you live, right? When you go out travel, you just don't see, the clouds are pretty. Yeah, everyone sees that, but that beauty is in the mixture, that imperfection of birds singing along where the crickets are making their sounds, and there's a breeze going on. So all of this small things, it's is what makes it a very good scene. So I focused on those minute details,
Hmm. I
that
love that.
sensory overload.
Hmm. I totally agree. I think I even read somewhere that sometimes, reminding the person certain things might not help as much as bringing them to the place where things happened. For example, like a picnic in the park, you can bring them there, and the surrounding areas can serve as little reminders as well. And your protagonist has lived with Alzheimer's for 15 years. Yet the film avoids defining him only through his illness. Um, how did that approach come to you, portraying him with dignity and complexity and emotional honesty?
So two things. First of all, that was not the initial idea. The initial
Hmm.
idea was, in the end, I'll show that the person has signed up for a voluntary euthanasia. So he's voluntarily taking his life away because he don't want to live a life where he forgets everything. But
Hmm.
secondly, then I thought, what if the protagonist is me? And then I thought, even if I forget everything, I want to live it all. That's where the story progression, story changed, and you saw what
Hmm.
the film is. But the completely one more Easter egg, you haven't seen the full film. We developed the full film few days back, and it is different. It has a different meaning now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I see. I would love to see that too. What concerned me, yes, of course. What concerned me though at first, I was a little bit, and I think our viewers would want to know the story of the title because the title I lived is in the past tense, while the film strongly celebrates the present moment. What does this title mean to you, and why did you choose it?
You need to see the second half, the 1 minute pending. You need to see
Okay.
that, and you will realize.
Mhm. So
Uh,
it's not connected to your personal life. That would be explained more
no,
in the story of the film. Okay.
it's not connected to my personal life. It's the story. As I said, we develop story 1 minute extra. So when you see it all together now, it will blow your mind, and I would love to show you. Yeah,
Please send it to the email that you've been talking through or to the Instagram page. And I'm sure me and the rest of the judges would love to know because, it's not the only case. Very often we get short films or maybe like a starting point of something that could be a series, something that could be a bigger film, something that could be a bigger idea. And often we have limited knowledge, right? Because by the time it gets submitted, by the time we watch it, by the time we do the interviews, the creator decided on something else. The creator decided to add more. The creator decided to make it a series now, and now it's like a whole thing. So you never know. And it's this is what I love about our festival too. Nostalgia, right? When we talk about nostalgia is when you usually remember, but then if you're constantly forgetting things, it might be hard to be nostalgic, but you were able to balance it. How did you find that balance? Was that through doing research on how you can show it? Was that through your personal feeling? Maybe the AI gave you an idea of certain shots.
So that nostalgic feeling, again, before being an AI director or AI filmmaker, I've been a
Mhm.
cinematographer. So when I go
Mhm.
out on my trips, I take a lot of photos, and those photos, those memories are the things which inspire me to make better shots. That nostalgic feeling. There's a shot of honeybee sitting on the flower, and that shot is already one of the photos I took on my trip. So the realism, the real experiences define the AI images also. So if I think that's my answer to the question if I got it right.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Absolutely. As you know, of course, Alzheimer's is a sensitive subject that affects not only the individual, but also their families and their loved ones. And I personally always love to get submissions that bring up important issues, important situations that some of us might relate to. What research or personal experiences helped shape the emotional foundation of the film?
So that feeling to not let go and live again, live on came
Mhm.
from a very personal experience where I almost had a near death situation.
Wow.
So that
Wow.
feeling, it's very personal that I want to live. This is not the end. I want to live again and again.
Thank you
It's
for
a very
sharing.
personal.
Yes, thank you for sharing. I'm sure it's not easy to remember and to share it with us today. And I think it's definitely a beautiful message and a beautiful feeling that you were expanding to your viewers.
Matlab, a lot of people will think that it's a very tragic memory or a traumatic memory, but I think it is one of the most beautiful thing that has happened to me. There's a contradiction in this statement that nobody is a better teacher in life than death itself. So you realize what you have, and what's your worth, what have you done in your life. Yeah, that's a personal teaching I got in my life, and that's the personal message I delivered in this film. That privilege to be alive.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Um, Talking a little bit about the technical parts, do you mind sharing which tools did you use and how did you maintain your visual consistency, your emotional authenticity, and a unified cinematic style throughout the film?
Yeah, so for the images we use again Nano Banana Pro, and the important thing why we got our facts about visual style, let's say the bee style or the landscape, right, was because again the base images from my trip. I travel a lot, so
Mhm.
and then we did a video model. We use Kling 3 for the video model, and then all of those beautiful colors were done in post production. And for the music, we have a music composer, Sounds of Nick, in our team, who gave this very beautiful music which justified the whole emotion. So it's a lot of people coming together, lots of models coming together to make one beautiful film. Again, image model Nano Banana Pro, video model Kling 3,
Mhm.
color grading and editing in Adobe Premiere Pro, and music with traditional music composition.
Thank you for sharing. I know it's one of the crucial parts for every creator, and I appreciate it. And last question, but definitely not least, and one of my favorites to ask. After watching the film, audiences may begin questioning whether identity is built from memory or from the ability to feel, love, and experience the present. What do you hope viewers will carry with them after seeing I Lived?
That moment when they didn't feel the time was passing away. That is my personal win. If when they're watching the film,
Mhm.
emotion is secondary, but if even if they got lost in that moment, you know, uh, I think I've got my audience right. I've justified their time.
Amazing. And I thank you for that. I'm always very grateful for everyone who is using artificial intelligence, not just for the visuals. Of course, visuals are great, but also to send a message, especially such important one, like in the submission of the short film I Lived. And once again, congratulations on this well deserved achievement. And thank you for sharing and thank you for spending time with me today. We look forward to seeing where your creative journey takes you next and for that new version, please. Okay? Promise?
Definitely, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bharat, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much. Mhm.